Sometimes you just have to block. I know I'm controversial. I know I piss people off. I know I walk out on the gangplank and say things that other people might not want to say. I know I might shout, the Emperor's not wearing any clothes. I know I know in fact people talk about that as well. I know all of that. I'm not stupid. Um, but I sometimes find that, and when people come along and have a go, and they're people that have not seen any more of my blogs, that's fine, and I put up with it, and I don't reply, or eventually if they keep hammering me, I'll remove them. But when it's somebody that's been commenting on my vlogs probably for probably since that first chateau vlog, and has used my channel when it suits them, um, when they start to feel like some of my old difficult clients, I suddenly, it takes me a long time. It takes me a long time to think, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I responding? Why am I bothering um to this person who I'm never going to get it right for, who slips from, sort of walks a fine line between commenting and trolling, is all over the Shadowverse, is um came and used my channel just the other day because they blocked themselves from their own channel. That tells you something when they get blocked from their own channel. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? So that person, I don't need to name them because those of you that know her will know who I've blocked. I've blocked. And I'm not prepared to be somebody's punch bag. It put me in mind of her last comment, reminded me of a client I worked with in Devon privately, who I hadn't, oh, it was stupid. I shouldn't have taken her on. I shouldn't have taken her on, but I'm gullible, and was a recovering alcoholic. And the red flags for me retrospectively were when your recovering alcoholic comes in with a canned drink telling you it's something but not alcohol. That is questionable, but I didn't question it. Um, Lots of things, probably red flags in retrospect. And one day I was unwell and I had to cancel our appointment. And at about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, there was a horrible drunken message from her, really, really, really nasty. Um, and the problem for me is working with the private client is like when they're really nasty like that, they know where you live. You don't know what they're going to do in their drunken state. So it actually put the fear of God up me, to be honest. And it was really, really unpleasant. And I found out many, many years later that actually she'd committed suicide. She was a really, really difficult client. Now, I'm not saying that the person I blocked yesterday was at that level, but it felt similar. I felt like the last message was from somebody that had been drinking. Now, they're not going to be able to see any of this, so I'm not worried about speaking about it. But I just thinking, I know I'm controversial. You're not telling me anything I don't know. I know that I push buttons. I know that, but I'm not prepared to put up with somebody continually using my channel or abusing me. That's not what I'm here for. Um, Normal trolls I can cope with, but not trolls that 1 minute are friendly and the next minute are being nasty. I won't have it. So that happened yesterday, and yeah, it feels more comfortable. There's a bit of chicken going on out here, backwards and forwards. It's Sunday, and I'll just show you the weather. Oh, oh, oh! It's that. It wasn't that earlier. It was quite overcast and dull. Um, but actually, it's quite pleasant out here now. It's quite cool indoors. We're hanging around. Um, Mark often talks about when we've got appointments or something that it's like if it's an appointment late in the day, it feels like you're waiting to go on a late shift. We've both of us used to, when we were nursing, had worked um, shifts, late shifts, early shifts, night shifts. And it feels like you're waiting to go on a late shift and you can't really get on with anything. You're just sort of in a holding pattern. And it feels like that. He's got to get up in the morning and take the second dose of his Movie-Prep. He has to take that at 4 in the morning. And then we have to be at the hospital by 8 in the morning. And I know that's tomorrow, but it just feels like getting it over. And it's not me, is it? It's not happening to me, thank goodness. But I feel like I want to just get this over with now, and then we can move on. I have encouraged him or jogged him a bit, and he's now going through some of his old kits in his bunkers and just having a browse through there and just doing something, um, distracting himself, I suppose you'd say. I did make a vlog for him on his Tales from the Bunker the other day. That's the first vlog since February, um, and it was well received, so that's quite nice. I did do that. Um, I'll show you the chickens as we're here. Oh, oh, sorry. Need to turn around. Put that down a bit. I know she's going slow at the moment, but I've noticed when she's coming out, she's not really limping as much. She's not limping as much as she was. I'm sure that being out in the garden all day long is improving her. Yeah, she'll probably prove me wrong, but she's using her wings less for balance and not tipping to one side and needing a wing out. She's definitely walking better. I'm talking about you. See? It's not. Oh, that's it. Overbalance. No, she's definitely doing better. Who else have we got? Just these three. I don't know where the white one is. This cuckoo marron was sitting on 2 eggs the other night when we went down. I had to lift her off those. She thought she might hatch them. I have to watch that she's not going to go broody. I don't know where Ida is. She's probably sleeping somewhere. Her legs are very thick. I think when she's fully grown, when she's completely mature, which could be in another 8 weeks, 6 weeks, because her comb's still quite small. I think she's going to be a tall bird, and I can't remember what she is a mix of. Marron, obviously, and something else. That's it. Limp around and prove me wrong, Mrs. Chicken. Who are you talking to? Oh, I see the white one down there now. Are you okay? Comes your mate. Running in case I've got food. You think there might be food? I haven't put any food out. So it was nice going out yesterday. It was really nice being back in the old, the city of Medieval, which we've not been in for ages. I could hear me breathing all the way through. It was quite a lot for me to do. Don't normally walk that far. I think probably once Mark gets back to walking, once he's got both knees done, I'm hopeful that he'll start walking again, and I'm going to join him and try and walk. Um, I do quite a lot of walking up and down to the chickens, walking around in the house, and I feel that I'm quite active. But actually, walking outside, I find quite difficult, and I was getting breathless, and I could hear it, and I knew that. But actually, intriguingly, normally what stops me is hip pain, and I didn't have any hip pain. It was more about getting my breath back that I needed yesterday. So we had chicken. Oh, he had chicken and rice. I didn't. I said to him last night, "Do you mind if I have steak?" I'd got an entrecote in the freezer, so I actually had steak for dinner and baked potatoes and some um, julienne vegetables that you can buy in a bag. I like those. It's I can't remember what it is. It's courgette, carrot, and it might be celeriac, and there might be another vegetable, but really fine julienne um, cut, and I really enjoy those. So that's what I had, and he had chicken and rice. And then I've just got some fish pie out to defrost for tomorrow evening. So he goes in for have to be in for 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm hopeful that by 2 o'clock in the afternoon we'll be home, and then we can have an evening meal. So yeah. So anyway, that's just to let you know that's what I've done. So if any else of you who are on here regularly start trolling me, I'll block you. Because that's not what I'm here for. I can be trolled by people that don't know me, that just come across a vlog they don't like and they have a go, but not somebody that is constantly coming backwards and forwards and using me. So there we go. Have a nice rest of Sunday, and I'm going back to the episode of an old Bake Off that I'm watching. Bye.